Today we're going to make a chicken and sausage tray bake. I've got everything out ready. I find it's a good idea to get everything that's on the recipe out before you start. I've got new potatoes, but you can use old potatoes, and they want to be in about 3/4 inch chunks. So they're done. I've got 3 carrots which I've cut into chunks. Just scrub them and cut them into chunks. So they're all done. I'm going to put, first of all, you need a big dish. You want to be able to spread it out in one layer. If you haven't got a big enough dish, then use 2 dishes rather than pile it on top. Because the idea is that the chicken is going to go nice and crisp. So I've got 8 chicken thighs, which I'm going to put into my dish. They're bone-in, skin-on, because they'll go nice and crisp as they cook in the oven. I've put the oven on, 200 for a fan oven, 220 for a standard oven, which is about gas 7. Spread the chicken out. Okay. Then you want some sort of spicy sausage. These are hot and spicy pork, or you could use chorizo sausages or anything you like, but you want something with a bit of zip to it. I'm going to cut my sausages in half and arrange them in between the chicken. And into that, I'm then going to put the potatoes and the carrots. So you can see I've managed to get all the meat in more or less in one layer. It's supposed to be pretty full now, obviously, because I'm putting the potatoes and carrots in. And I've got 4 sprigs of rosemary that I'm going to put amongst the meat. And it wants about 2 teaspoons of chopped rosemary, so I just held the sprigs together and just cut them across quite finely with the scissors. And I should think we've got about 2 teaspoons there. Just scatter those over. Okay, might as well put those last tiny bits in. Right, we're nearly there, believe it or not. I'm going to put some pepper and salt on. Some salt. And now lastly, I'm going to put a finely grated zest of a lemon over the top. And so you do it straight onto your meat. You're just going down, leaving all the pith on the lemon. You're just taking the zest off. And then just make sure that goes across the whole dish. And then it's going to take about an hour to cook. So if you wanted to, you could leave it cover it and leave it like that in the fridge till just before you want to serve it. So it's something very easy to do if somebody's coming for supper. You've got nothing to worry about at the time. Pop it in the oven, take an hour, and then if they're late or something like that, you can turn the oven down and it will sit quite happily waiting for a while. And I usually serve it with a couple of green vegetables, some broccoli or green beans or something like that, and that's the only thing that you have to do at the last minute. So there we are, that's the lemon zest. Last but not least, just drizzle it over with olive oil. Just make sure there's a bit of olive oil on the chicken, all of the chicken. There we are. And that's it. All we have to do now is pop that in the oven. I shall look at it after probably about half an hour, and if some of it's cooking more than other, just move it about a bit, but basically it just goes in the oven for an hour and that's tea done. Okay, we've had our hour now, so you can see everything's beautifully browned and bubbling. So that's ready now to serve. We've just got some French beans to serve with it, and the whole thing is complete in itself. What could be easier?